Hey everybody, it's Tom Townsend. Hey, I wanted to send out a message real quick, do this real quick video just to kind of explain to you what kind of services that we actually do provide. I got in a conversation with a buddy of mine not too long ago, and I've been in real estate obviously for quite some time and buying and selling houses in addition to helping people on the retail side. And it just kind of came about in a conversation that he was really kind of unaware of the types of properties that we actually do help folks buy and sell. You know, some houses out in the market, they're just in really bad shape, and of course, we all know about ugly houses, and we all have our own definition of what an ugly house is. So. It was just kind of eye-opening to the fact that maybe we don't communicate very well to folks out there exactly what types of properties we help out with, and some of them are really ugly. So I thought I'd go ahead and make a video real quick and kind of show you some pictures. I pulled some pictures up of some properties that we actually transactioned on, and I shared these with him, and he was like, "Oh man, I had no idea. I thought you were looking for houses that need a little bit of paint, a little bit of carpeting, so on and so forth." And I said, "Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. I mean, we'll definitely take a look at those, and we can help people out that have those situations and those types of properties." But one of our real big sweet spots is these people that are either inheriting properties or they acquired them or they have them somehow, that are in really rough shape, and they just are stuck and they're almost embarrassed to reach out to anybody about them or talk to anybody about them. So anyways, I'm going to show you a couple that we've done here in the past. And like I said, when I shared these with my buddy, he was like, "You got to be kidding me." So let's see if I can get this up. This was a property that we did. It was in Canton, Georgia. Um, this was one that the folks were actually inheriting from some family members. And oops, I'm trying to get this a little bit bigger for us so you can see it, and in the middle of the screen. There we go. Yep. So this was one that we did in Canton. This was a family that had this property. There was a gentleman living in it. He was an elderly gentleman. They didn't know what the heck to do with the property. So they reached out to us and said, well, what do we do? What do we do? So anyways, what we did is we actually acquired this property from them. We helped clean it out. I don't have any pictures of what we did afterwards. I only have when we did the initial walkthrough, but you'll get a gist for it. So we helped this gentleman out, got it all taken care of, and cleaned it out, cleaned it up, and then we ended up reselling this property to an investment group. All right. And they actually, I'm not really quite sure what they did with it. I think they either are going to be selling it for the land or they actually made it into a rental property. But let me just kind of show you. Boom. This is the kitchen. Kind of get an idea of what we're talking about. So when we walk in, this is very typical of what we walk in with some of these properties. And we actually walked in not even close to being Christmas time, but we still celebrate Christmas all year round in this particular property. There's a bedroom. Someone was actually living in that. Just kind of taking a picture of stuff, right? Yep. Yeah, you can see. I mean, it's just, you know, this is very typical. All right. Bathroom, obviously bathroom with some more personal stuff. Here's a wider range of what's going on there. I'm making sure that I don't have any personal stuff. This is Zach who works for us. He was actually helping me out. Actually, he's an agent. He's a great agent, helping us out. He was trying to, we couldn't even get to the door. All right. We couldn't even open up the door to see what was in there. This was in the garage. This was another picture that we took of in the kitchen area. And then we just had some side views, some back views. This is the back of the house. Kind of an unusual property. So anyways, that was one of the projects that we did. Again, most people will reach out to us and they have these types of properties and they just don't know what to do with it. They just don't. A typical agent is going to walk in there and they're going to run. So you're not going to see any types of these properties on your multiple listing services. You're not going to see a lot of these on Zillow, just because it's not a marketable property in the current condition. So, some people are just stuck. They don't know what to do with it. That's when they call us, and we come in and we actually help them out with this. There was another one here. I got another one here. I'll show this one to you. This one happened to be down in Cobb County. Nice house from the outside. Obviously, a lot of overgrown shrubs and such. This is the back step that was all deteriorated. That was the back of the house. Back porch. A lot of damage to a fence. There was vines and stuff. That's no big deal. Great yard on this particular property. Damaged fence. There was damaged fence all over, which is, once again, no big deal. This was the basement. Paneling. All right, so this is down in the basement. These are just appliances they had down there. None of them were hooked up. None of them really worked. They just didn't want to sell them for whatever reason. This was a basement area. Another basement area. This was a bathroom. I'm not quite sure if this was a bathroom or a bedroom. I think it's a bathroom. It's too small for a bedroom. No, this was a bedroom. So sorry. So yeah, full of stuff. Here's another bedroom. Obviously, people are still living in this particular property at the time that we went in. And once again, they knew that they had a property that was not marketable, but they really had a desire to move on and continue on. They knew they had a property that just wasn't marketable in its current condition. So once again, they just kind of called us up and said, "Hey, what can you do?" We kind of came in, and once again, we set up an agreement with them. We actually purchased this house, and once again, this one we're still working on, but we are planning on actually most likely selling this one to an investor after it's been all cleaned out and cleaned up. We were actually looking to possibly hang on to it. But I think the money that it's going to take to actually update and hang on to it as a rental just doesn't make a lot of sense for us. That doesn't mean we can't find somebody that it makes sense for. Our numbers just happen to be a little bit different than somebody else's for a variety of different reasons. So this is most likely going to get sold off to another investment group. This is obviously the kitchen. This is the family room, if you will. This was the dining area, so the kitchen is off to the right. And I think that's all I have. So, like I said, as you can see, this is the type of properties that we actually get involved with. So, this is out to agents, this is out to homeowners, this is out to anybody that runs into a property like this. We get a lot of leads directly from our agents that we work with, because a lot of agents just aren't set up to do anything with these. So they'll send them to us. We give them a little bit of a finder's fee. If we end up going through with a transaction, they're happy because they don't know what to do with it, right? And this is just one of these little niches that we've been dealing with for years in the local area. So bottom line is, reach out to us. Do not hesitate. If you've got a property that really is in rough shape, tough, that needs a lot of work, maybe you've got a lot of personal property stuff in there, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We'll take a look at it, and 9 times out of 10, we can find an equitable position where we can make the sellers happy, we can make an investor happy, and then obviously we just kind of we just manage transaction in between. Hopefully that was a little bit helpful and gives you a little bit more insight of exactly what we're doing here in our local market. Click on a link or reach out to us with any other questions. Thanks.